Hi friends, recently there has been a controversy on a statement made by Sam Pitroda, who is a former advisor to Rajiv Gandhi government. This statement stated that inheritance tax, which is there in the US, is a very good tax or can be implemented. But in nowhere was it given that it will be implemented by the Congress if voted into power, or neither did he state anywhere that this tax has got benefits in India. In the US, the inheritance tax is basically that whenever somebody inherits something from his parents or predecessors, 55% of the property or the valuation of the property goes to the government as tax for development purposes, and 45% goes to the person. In India, we do not have anything like this, and there is nothing that is paid as inheritance tax to the government. But then there was this state duty tax of the 1953, which was there, in which a percentage on inheritance went as tax, and this was a tax which was pinching people because as per the valuations the percentage varied, and this percentage went up to 85%. So the Rajiv Gandhi government abolished this tax and put a stop to it because there were many representations against it. But there are other taxes which are similar, and that amounts to a maximum of about 30%, and that is the gift tax. That is, if I gift you something, a certain percentage as per the valuation goes to the government as taxes. So this controversy which came up with the present government stating that it will be a part of the manifesto, or the Congress wanting to implement it if it came to power, is a wait and watch. And Sam Pitroda states that he made this as a personal comment on certain fact which is there in the US, with nothing to do with the elections or the ongoing campaigning. Now this state duty death tax was basically applicable only if the property owning person died as an adult. Furthermore, this duty was applicable only on inherited properties with a value above the exclusion limit set by the Act, and the tax rate was calculated as per the market value of the property at the time of death of the person. The properties on which this duty was applied included immovable and movable property owned by the deceased in India and outside, which were passed on to a successor if the person died when domiciled in India. If not, estate duty was levied only on the immovable property in India, and all movable properties, immovable property outside India, were not to be taxed. The Tax Act was amended in 1960 to exclude properties in Odisha, West Bengal and Jammu and Kashmir, and further in 1968, then 1982 and 84 to include amendments made by other finance laws till it was abolished in 1985. This is in stark contrast to several other countries. According to leading financial firm PricewaterhouseCoopers, most European, American and even African nations levy this inheritance tax In Europe, top nations like Germany, Italy have the percentages up to 60. In US, it is 55%. And in African nations, it is about 50%. South Korea has about 18%, and so on. So you can give your views in the comment box below whether we should have such an tax or not. So your views are welcome, and subscribe to our channel. Jai Hind.